It's past midnight in Chicago. The city is quiet except for a strange sound inside a small apartment near Midway Airport. A man is printing money, not cheap fakes. Bills so perfect even banks can't tell the difference. Dim lights, blue gloves, black ink. Benjamin Franklin's shadow moves across the wall like it's watching him. He lays bills out to dry, one by one, like trophies. Outside, a police siren screams. He freezes, then smirks. They're not here for him. Not tonight. Tonight, one man is making money. And tomorrow, the world won't know which dollar is real and which one is his. This wasn't an ordinary man. This was the counterfeiter who fooled America's banks. The one they call the Da Vinci of counterfeiters.
Dark side.
Snow falls outside Cook County Hospital as a young woman, Melinda Williams, gives birth alone. Her husband, Arthur Sr., is hundreds of miles away, locked in Fort Leavenworth Military Prison for striking a commanding officer. At 12:16 p.m., a boy is born, Arthur Williams Jr. When Arthur Sr. is released, the family moves to Schaumburg, a quiet suburb. For a moment, life feels stable. A small home, 3 kids, a construction job. But it doesn't last. By 1977, Arthur Sr. is arrested again for robbing a truck and sent to Stateville Prison. 6-year-old Art visits him there. Cold metal chairs, the buzz of guards, his father's rough hands gripping his. Art doesn't understand crime. He just knows his father is someone who disappears. When his father comes home, everything is different. Money is tight, arguments erupt, his mother breaks down often. By the early 1980s, the family moves to Bridgeport on Chicago's South Side, a place where kids learn to fight before they learn to read. Art walks those streets as a skinny, sharp-eyed kid, watching men flash money they didn't earn and cars they didn't own. He starts running small schemes, stealing from meters, flipping toys, hustling magazines. Each time he gets away with it, the thrill grows. At 15, he breaks into a store and gets caught. Police let him go with a warning. That night, his mother shouts,
"You are becoming your father."
Art walks out into the dark. By 18, he stops believing in second chances. He starts believing in himself. A boy raised in a prisoner's shadow is learning to live without rules. And soon, he'll meet the man who turns his hunger into a career. By 1994, Art Williams was 22 and broke. He slept in basements, worked odd jobs, and drifted through Chicago's South Side with more anger than direction. One humid afternoon, while unloading supplies at a print shop near Cicero Avenue, he met a man called Da Vinci. He was quiet, pale, his hands stained with ink. The shop smelled of paper dust and oil, machines rattling like metal lungs. Da Vinci looked at him and asked,
"You ever wonder how money's really made?"
Art laughed until Da Vinci pulled out a $100 bill. He held it under the light. The texture, the color, the shine, perfect, but not real. That single bill changed everything. Over the next months, Da Vinci taught Art what few people ever learn. How paper fibers move under pressure, how colors shift under light, how chemicals make ink behave like blood. He taught him how to print without leaving a trace and how to destroy every mistake before sunrise. Art absorbed everything. He practiced until his hands no longer shook. Soon, he was printing small batches himself, passing them at corner stores and gas stations without a single question. Each success made him feel untouchable, but Da Vinci warned him.
It's never the paper that gets you caught, it's pride.
Art nodded, pretending to understand, but inside he felt unstoppable. Then, the US Treasury announced a new $100 bill for 1996, packed with upgraded security features. Most counterfeiters saw a dead end. Art saw a challenge. He made a silent promise to himself. He would beat the new note. He would outsmart the system that had failed him since birth. His path from apprentice to master had just begun. In 1996, the US Treasury released a new $100 bill. Brighter colors, hidden threads, ink that shifted under light. Experts said it couldn't be copied. In Chicago, Art Williams stared at a photo of it and felt a challenge. He rented a tiny basement apartment on Halsted Street, a place he called the Dungeon. The air smelled of chemicals and ink. The walls were covered with tape, rulers, and scraps of paper. Art bought a second-hand A.B. Dick printing press, an old scanner, and a bulky Macintosh. At night, he experimented, changing colors, adjusting shadows, chasing every tiny detail on Benjamin Franklin's face. But the biggest problem wasn't ink or technique, it was paper. US currency was made of cotton and linen, something you couldn't buy legally. So Art found another way. He visited print shops pretending to be an art student, asking for leftover butt rolls of paper. He tested each one until he found a texture that felt right. One night, he printed a small batch of 20s. At a gas station, he handed one to the cashier. The counterfeit pen didn't react. The bill passed. That was the moment Art knew he could beat the new note. Night after night, he refined his process. Ink pressure, line width, color balance, until even trained eyes couldn't tell the difference. He had done it. He had created perfect money. But Art wasn't satisfied. He wanted to conquer the new 100, the bill everyone said was impossible. Soon his work began circulating in Chicago, Dallas, and Miami. Banks accepted them, stores accepted them, people unknowingly spent his creations across the country. The Secret Service started hearing rumors about a ghost printer, but ghosts always leave traces, and Art's were getting brighter. By 1999, Art's bills were everywhere. In shops, bars, dealerships, people held his work every day without knowing it. Art wasn't working alone anymore. He had a small team including Toby Garfield McClellan, a red-haired ex-con. Together, they packed stacks of bills into pizza boxes and shipped them to other cities. When a dealer named Richie offered to move money through Dallas, Art agreed. He thought it would be easy. It wasn't. When the buyers realized the cash was fake, guns came out. Art ran for his life, bleeding from his hand, and drove back to Chicago, vowing to never trust outsiders again. From then on, he worked alone. He treated counterfeiting like art. Every bill had to be perfect. He called it his holy grail. But perfection was also making him visible. The Secret Service was already tracing the bills back to the Chicago area. Agents checked printing shops, paper suppliers, and anyone who bought unusual chemicals. They didn't know his name yet, so they gave him one. Da Vinci's ghost. Art didn't slow down. He spent more, bragged more, and showed his work to people he shouldn't have. The pride Da Vinci had warned him about was finally catching up. His perfect money made him powerful, but it also made him easy to find. Soon, the Secret Service would close in, and the man who fooled the country with paper and ink was about to run out of time. It's early morning. Art Williams stands under the shower, exhausted after weeks of looking over his shoulder. In the next room, his girlfriend Natalie is with their baby calling her mother. Then, 4 thunderous bangs shake the house.
United States Secret Service.
Art freezes. He already knows what that means. He steps out of the shower as the bathroom door swings open. A man in a suit looks in.
Art Williams?
Yeah?
Get dressed, we need to talk.
Art puts on his jeans and walks into the hallway. 2 Secret Service agents and 2 sheriff deputies stand waiting. Art's heart drops. That's where he left his travel bag, and inside it, a laptop full of counterfeit design files. Agents sit him on the bed, cuff his hands, and begin the search. Drawers open, papers scatter, the smell of chemicals fill the air. Stacks of half-printed bills cover the table. Metal plates and rolls of special paper sit beside them. One agent lifts a bill toward the light.
Hey man, do you see this? This looks real.
Outside, red and blue lights flash across the windows. Neighbors watch from behind curtains as Art is led out in handcuffs. He looks calm, almost resigned. He knew this moment was coming. The Secret Service had been tracking him for months. By the time they reached him, they knew exactly who he was. The man behind the most perfect fake US currency in history. During questioning, they told him they had already searched his father's house and spoken to his stepmother, Annis. She told them everything. Art didn't argue. He simply said, "It was all me, they just followed me." He didn't try to run. He took the blame to protect the people he loved. Assistant U.S. Attorney John Bettini later called it one of the saddest cases of his career. Art pleaded guilty to conspiracy and counterfeiting. His father, Arthur Sr., was sent back to prison for weapons and parole violations. Art was sent to Lopez State Jail in Edinburgh, Texas, one of the toughest in the system. Brutal heat, thick stale air, long days working, and long nights sketching. He promised himself that when he got out, he'd change his life. In April 1999, he was released. Not long after, he got the call. His father had died of a heart attack in prison. Art sat in silence before finally breaking down. In the years that followed, he tried to rebuild. He gave interviews. He said he wanted to teach people how to detect fake bills, to use his skills for good. But the world still saw him as the man who fooled America. He never became rich. He never built an empire. But he proved that one man, armed with only paper, ink, and stubborn determination, could outsmart one of the most powerful systems on Earth. Art walked out of prison a free man, but freedom didn't feel the same. The presses were gone, the machines quiet. Yet the rhythm of printing still echoed in his mind. He once said every bill he made carried a piece of his pain. Maybe that's why they look so real. Today, no one knows where he is. No one knows if he ever touched a press again, but the question lingers. Can a man like that ever stop? Or is he somewhere out there, printing his way back into the world? Let us know in the comments below.